I quit my job, started my own company, and moved out of my home country 2 years ago. My health, happiness, and bank accounts have benefited. Here are 18 lessons I've learned from 2 years living outside of my home country, the United States. People are the X factor. Walkability, cost of living, access to fresh fruit and meat. Yeah, that stuff does make an impact. Sure, they're nice to have, but a people and culture that makes you incredibly happy, that's the real difference maker. I live here in Medellin, Colombia, and I'm from the Midwest, so I know nice when I see it. And the Colombian people are the friendliest, warmest, kindest people I have ever met. So lesson number 1, default to a happy, loving people around you. Number 2, optimize for happiness, not taxes. On your deathbed, I guarantee you're not going to be thinking about how much money you gave your local government and how they wasted all your funds. Probably. They likely did a lot, but that's beside the point. Go where you're treated best, as Andrew Henderson says. So when you're diversifying your nationality stack, yeah, taxes are an important consideration, but optimize for your happiness before your money. Make decisions one time. A good example, never bring bad food into your home. Then you don't have to ponder whether you should eat that extra Oreo after dinner, and you don't have to beat yourself up if you do. Make the one decision at the grocery store not to buy shit food. Then you don't have to restrain yourself at home 100 times. Learning a new language unlocks another part of your brain. Apart from being able to speak with 600 million more people, now that I've learned Spanish, I now think in a completely different way. Opportunities await you, and really there's only upside to learning a new language. Sometimes making it hard on yourself is worth it. Learning how not to do things is just as valuable as learning how to do things. So the more hard stuff you do, the quicker you'll fail and the quicker you'll learn how to do the right things. One way I've followed this advice is by taking my own company's sales calls instead of hiring someone to sell for me. It might be smarter and easier to hire a closer, but I'd rather learn sales so I can better market our services. Community matters. I don't care what the gurus say, you're not meant to be a lone wolf. And trust me, I've tried it for 2 years. We're social creatures. And I talked about my experience with loneliness in a recent video here on YouTube. The 3 ways that I'm better connecting with the people around me are building my social presence, prioritizing in-person relationships, and establishing a home base here in beautiful Colombia. Whatever you're worried about is not the end of the world. Just relax. And subscribe to the Freedom Files so you focus on something more productive, like quitting your job, starting your own business, becoming location independent, and getting closer to your dreams of freedom. Writing helps you learn about yourself and the world around you. Writing online has completely changed my life and opened doors I would have never thought possible. And it's even cooler now that I get to help people go through the same transformation that I'm going through too, from the wage cage to ultimate freedom. Write every day and you'll unlock opportunities you didn't previously have access to. Now, publishing every day will only accelerate those opportunities. The more interesting life you live, the more money you make. The more you do, the more people you meet, the more experiences you have, the more luxe surface area you create for yourself. Take it from Sahil Bloom over here and me. Get off the couch, get out of your comfort zone and live. Don't ask, don't receive. Don't be afraid to reach out, even to those who intimidate you. Don't put anyone on a pedestal. Remember this, even billionaires wear pants. And honestly, what's the worst that could happen? Trust me, they're not thinking about what you think they're thinking about. Whether it's your clients, your friends and family, your coworkers, or whatever, they're not thinking about you. I was terrified to move to a third world country 2 years ago because of what my friends might say. And I was even more scared to start writing about my experience. But then, nothing happened. Do what makes you happy, even if they might not approve. Stagnation is the enemy, and failure is your enemy's enemy. This is coming from a very risk-averse person. So trust me, my life flipped 180 degrees when I began taking calculated risks. Don't be afraid to make mistakes, because what's on the other side of those errors is lessons you'll never learn if you don't make them. If I had never quit my job and launched my own business, which was very scary, I might still be stuck in that position today. The ethical choice is the right choice. If you're a good person, you'll drive yourself crazy worrying about a moral versus immoral decision. They're emotionally draining, so just make it easy. Default to your values and make the easy choice every time. You don't have to have an opinion on everything. This should go without saying, but in today's social world, your friends, family, connections, coworkers, and the internet expect you to take a stance on every single issue. Don't. Envision the end and map out the habits needed to build up to it. This is a really high ROI activity. Where do you want to be a year from now, 5 years, at the end of your life? Map it out and determine which habits will lead you to those stages in your life. This is why I talk so proudly about writing my own obituary. It was a life-changing exercise for me and something that helped me understand what I wanted to achieve by the time I die. Then I just worked my way backwards from there. Arguing online is a surefire way to be miserable. I can't think of a bigger waste of time than worrying about anonymous internet users' opinions. Spend as little time on social media as possible. Stop comparing yourself to others. This is the reason for Gen Z being anxious all the time. My health benefited when I started using social media the right way, and that is to build an audience and community, to actually connect with people. Production is better than consumption. And that's it. 18 lessons learned from 2 years running my own business here in Latin America. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our weekly videos. And if you want to dive a bit deeper, subscribe to the bi-weekly newsletter at freedomfiles.co, where we talk about all these topics and more.